Hey guys, Richard Blaine here. Thanks for stopping by my easy cooking channel tonight. Tonight I'm going to make something a little different. I mean, I usually make something Italian or something Asian, but lately I've been watching a lot of Indian recipes on YouTube because I like Indian cuisine. And one of my subs, a nice girl named Aditi over at Eat East Indian channel, I've been watching her for the last month or two. She's been making a lot of recipes with something called Paneer. I didn't even know what Paneer was. Turns out Paneer is cheese in India, or Indian cottage cheese. I didn't even know they ate cheese in India. So I was watching and it was just like, wow, they eat cheese in India. So many recipes for paneer, so many cheese recipes in India. I was like, I have got to try cooking some recipes with paneer. So I told Aditi I was so impressed with all the paneer recipes that she had over at Eat East Indian channel that I was going to try and cook something with paneer too. So I said to her, you know what, I'll tell you what, I'll do some paneer recipes and I'll do a shout out to your channel. Would you like me to do traditional Indian paneer dishes, or would you like me to just come up with something on my own? She said, you know what, man? Come up with something on your own because there are plenty of traditional paneer recipes out there. So that's what I'm doing tonight, guys. Hopefully I'll be able to make between 2 and 4 paneer recipes for you here tonight within the 15 minutes. So as usual with YouTube, 15 minutes, let's get going, and I'll see you on the other side. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to make a quick sauce for one of the paneer recipes that I'm going to do. So into a bowl goes some sour cream. Yeah, about a cup, give or take. Okay? And into that, anywhere from a half a cup to a whole cup of chopped onions. And we're just going to mix that in. It's going to be a nice crunchy little cold sauce. Okay? Paneer in and of itself is a very hard, very dense cheese, loaded with protein. It's actually very low fat, very high protein. For vegetarians that still want to eat dairy products, paneer is an excellent source of protein in the diet. Okay, so there's the onions. Okay. And then to that, I'm going to add some Dijon mustard. 1 to 2 tablespoons of smooth Dijon mustard. And just mix that in. There we go. Okay. Doesn't have to be perfect. Paneer is the kind of food stuff that absorbs the flavors you give to it, much like tofu does. Okay, so mix that in. Then, gotta come over here and get some dill. Take that screen off. I'm gonna shake some dill in there because it's a Dijon mustard cream sauce with dill. And you can use as much dill as you want, dry or fresh. This happens to be dried dill. There we go. Mix that in there. Wonderful. Wonderful. Nice, fast, cold sauce. And of course, salt and pepper. We're going to do the pepper first. Now don't get discouraged. I know this looks like a lot of black pepper, but like I say with cream soups love black pepper. And since this is sour cream, it's going to love black pepper. Okay? Then a little fresh ground sea salt. All right. There we go. I'm going to let that come to room temperature, and we're going to sear some paneer. Okay, we are going to add some freshly chopped garlic and some freshly chopped shallot to a frying pan. The skillet. There we go. All right. We're going to saute that around in the olive oil. Let it get a little bit golden. Let it infuse the olive oil with some flavor. Because paneer by itself doesn't really taste like much. Okay? It really doesn't taste like much. Okay. So what we have to do is we have to put flavors into the oil, into the pan, that the paneer can soak up. So here's a little red chili. I like it hot. You don't have to use the red chili. Okay? It's a very simple dish. This is a very simple appetizer. Okay? You give the garlic and the shallot about 30 seconds. Okay? Then you add a combination of black beans and chickpeas, okay, into the garlic, into the shallot mixture. Okay? There you go. All right. And you saute the chickpeas, and the black beans, the garlic, and the shallot in the oil just for a second or two, just to get it hot. Okay. Then we create a little nest in the middle, just like so. Add a little extra olive oil and a nice room temperature piece of paneer. Okay. Now I'm cooking this on about a medium high, maybe a little higher, okay? The wonderful thing about paneer that I come to find out is paneer doesn't melt. So it's an excellent, excellent cheese for frying. And that's just what I'm doing here, okay? This paneer will soak up the flavors of the garlic, of the shallot, okay, of the red chili. Okay, give it a little salt, a little fresh ground sea salt, give it a little black pepper. Okay, now even though I'm not making traditional Indian paneer dishes, I'm still making this a little bit on the spicy side. All right. There we go. See, the paneer is very dense. Okay? It's right in the center of the pan. It hasn't melted yet. And it's not going to melt because it's extremely dense. I'm going to saute this. Yeah, lovely. And let this soak up the flavor of the ingredients in the pan. And then I'm going to plate this and you'll see just how it looks. Okay guys, so you see how golden brown the paneer gets. Okay, it hasn't melted at all. It's very dense, but it got nice and crispy and golden. And then I surrounded it with the chickpeas and black beans. And now I'm going to top it with a spice called za'atar, which is basically Lebanese. They make it in Greece too. Different varieties. Sesame seeds, fennel, coriander. Okay, there are hundreds and hundreds of different ways of making za'atar. And I'll include a recipe for it. Okay, so along with the za'atar, and I'll just put a little bit around. There we go. With the chickpeas and the black beans. Because like I said, paneer is all about flavor. Okay? By itself, it's not much flavor. But it likes to soak up the flavor of other things, just like tofu. And then right on top of that, some of my creamy mustard Dijon dill sauce. Okay? There you go, guys. Dish number one for tonight, an appetizer, pan-fried paneer with black beans, chickpeas, za'atar, and a lovely Dijon mustard cream dill sauce. Okay guys, next dish, I'm going to make a paneer orzo pilaf. Not an orzo risotto, an orzo pilaf. So what I'm doing here is I'm sauteing some mushrooms, regular white mushrooms. Okay, and to that I'm going to add some fried garlic. Okay, I could use fresh garlic, but in this instance I'm going to use fried garlic that I got at one of my Asian markets because it adds a very pronounced flavor. And some fried shallots. Okay, it's going to add a very pronounced flavor and a very pronounced crunch because, as I said, paneer sucks up the flavors that you give to it. So I'm just going to saute this for a minute because the mushrooms have softened already very quickly. The shallots and the garlic are already fried. That smells delicious. That just smells delicious. Okay? A little dried basil. A little dry oregano. Okay. Oh, the fragrance in here is just wonderful. Chopped sun-dried tomatoes cured in olive oil. About, preference 2 to 3 tablespoons. I'm using about 3 tablespoons here. Okay. Cook those up in here. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Smelling real good. Oh yeah. I think I'm going to add just a little more olive oil. And then some slivered almonds. Oh, wonderful. And this is going to be the base for the paneer orzo pilaf right here. So, a little bit of salt, not too much, a little bit of black pepper. Not too much. Oh, it smells so good. Everything is cooking so well. And you know me, gotta have a little heat. Pepperoncino. Gotta have the pepperoncino. Alright. You don't have to add the pepperoncino. It's optional. But for me, I gotta have it. Pepperoncino to me is what Viagra is to an old man. Alright guys, you see how lovely golden brown that's gotten? It looks like hash brown potatoes, but this is cheese. Okay? This is cheese. Alright, just a touch of salt. And just a touch of black pepper. Okay. There you go. And that's it. Okay, that's it. Just a little flavor layer with the salt and pepper. And look at how golden brown that is. Like I said, it looks like potatoes, but it's not. It's cheese. So I'm going to put this off to the side and reheat the base for the pilaf, and we're going to put the pilaf together. Okay guys, the pilaf base of the tomatoes, and the fried garlic, fried shallots, sun-dried tomatoes, salt and pepper, it's all reheated. So now what I'm going to do to that is add the orzo. 1 or 2 cups. Just depends on you. How much you're going to make. How many guests. Don't forget, you got to cook the orzo till al dente, because it's going to continue cooking in this dish. Just like this. Here we go. Oh yeah. This is going to be a crunchy, earthy pilaf. and it just gets together very quick here. There you go. It all mixes in together very quickly. You cook it like this for a minute or so. It allows the pasta to finish cooking. Add a touch of water if necessary. There we go. Oh gosh, that smells so good. Look at that. All right. Now, like I said, this orzo was al dente, and it's probably almost finished cooking. And into this, I'm adding the pan-seared paneer. All right. Look at that golden brown color. Okay. It matches the reddish brown of the sun-dried tomatoes. It matches the color, the texture of the slivered almonds. There we go. I'm going to let this cook up for another minute or two, and then I'm going to plate it up. We'll move on to the next paneer dish. Oh, look at that. Beautiful. Who wouldn't want to eat that? Now this is a orzo pilaf, but technically I guess you could call it a risotto, even though I did not cook it like a risotto. It all blends together so well. Beautiful, beautiful. I'm going to plate this up and we're going to move on. Right now I'm cooking up some linguine for our next dish, our next paneer recipe, which will be pasta with spring vegetables and pan-seared paneer. We'll have some Kalamata olives, capers, shallots, garlic, tomatoes, a little bit of chili for the heat for me, but you don't have to use it. So I'm going to cook this pasta a little bit al dente, just bordering on al dente, and I'm going to start cooking the spring veggies. I'm doing this in a little bit of reverse order, but here I am softening up some yellow squash and some zucchini, and now I'm going to put the garlic in. Okay. Instead of sauteing the garlic first, I'm doing this in reverse order because I wanted the zucchini and the yellow squash to soften first. And there's some fresh shallot. Okay. And I'm going to mix this in. And they'll soften up and release their water. Reduce in size a little bit and brown. Okay. There we go. A little bit of salt. Let the zucchini and the squash release its water. A little bit of black pepper. And then I'll check on the pasta in a second. Alright. So the zucchini and yellow squash has softened up to a satisfactory level. A little bit of dried basil, a little bit of dried oregano. Alright. Some Kalamata olives with some salt. Some capers. Last one. Grape tomatoes. These will take a minute or two to soften up in here, but they sure do add some lovely color. And of course, you guys know me, pepperoncino. You don't have to, but I like the heat in just about everything I eat. There we go. This is an optional ingredient for you guys. But like I said, pepperoncino for me is like Viagra for an old man. Guys, here it is. Pasta with spring vegetables and pan-seared paneer. Non-traditional paneer recipes, 3 of them. If you've never tried paneer, go out and get some. I'm sure you'll love it. Play with it, experiment with it. Try these recipes, make these recipes your own. This is going to be my dinner. I'm looking forward to it. I want to thank you for stopping by, and I'll see you on the next video. Take care. Okay guys, so there you have it. 3 ways to make paneer in a non-Indian fashion. Non-Indian recipes. Okay, 3 ways to use paneer in everyday cooking that doesn't have to be part of Indian cuisine. That's what I told Aditi I would do, and that's what I've done for you. Try these 3 recipes, make them your own. I'm sure you'll enjoy them. Try paneer. Go out and buy some paneer. If you're a vegetarian and you're in need of protein, paneer is a wonderful source of protein. But try this, okay? I'm going to be making paneer for you here on my channel in the near future. But it's a wonderful foodstuff, very versatile. It took me a little while to think of how many ways I could use it, and I'm sure you could think of ways to use it too. So I want to thank you for stopping by tonight, and I'll see you on the next video. You take care.